Good morning and welcome to the No Opinion News Network, where we give you the news and leave our opinion at the door. My name is Chris and I'm your host, and today is your Wednesday, December 16th, daily news briefing. Big news yesterday. I thought it was big news when Mitch McConnell had a press conference yesterday basically stating that they're for the $748 billion stimulus relief aid proposal, but it got even better. Pelosi, McConnell, Schumer, and McCarthy, that's the top four people in the House and the Senate, met yesterday at 4 p.m. and met in person. This is the first time they've met in person for months on end, so that's good news. And they met for an hour. They then went on a break, probably a dinner break, and they reconvened at 7:30 in Nancy Pelosi's office. So they're talking, and they met for another hour and 10 minutes. So far, they've met for over 2 hours yesterday, which is amazing in itself because you can never get those guys together. So 2 hours so far. So that meeting was for an hour and 10 minutes, and then McConnell and McCarthy broke off and went to McConnell's office, and Pelosi and Schumer stayed in Pelosi's office, so that way they could break away and probably have some discussions on their own on what was already brought to the table. And after about an hour and 20 minutes, McConnell and McCarthy start heading back over to Pelosi's office, and while they're heading over there, they said that I think this is going really well. I think we are really close. I think we have built a lot of trust. I think we are moving in the right direction. And I think there's a possibility of getting it done. So that alone was amazing to hear so far. There's speculation out there that the reason why they were working so late into the night is because the Congressional Progressive Caucus, which is a group of 100 representatives and one senator, is considering not voting for any proposal that doesn't have any stimulus check. So, to put it this way, if 100 reps vote against it in the House, now you've got 335, because there's a total of 435. So now you got 335 left. So basically, 2/3 of the remaining votes have to be yes votes for a bill to pass. So that's a tough mountain to climb to get 66% of the votes. So the speculation is that because the Congressional Progressive Caucus wants stimulus bills or stimulus checks, that might still be on the table. Not guaranteeing it, but they might be talking about it. The Congressional Progressive Caucus also sent a letter to them last night, which basically said that they claim that direct cash assistance, in other words, stimulus checks, and expanded unemployment benefits do more to stimulate the economy than the Paycheck Protection Program does. Basically, and what happened last time with the protection payment program, I think some people bought some Ferraris when they got the money, so it wasn't going to the employees. And also, I question, it was supposed to be for small businesses, and what is a small business? They're talking about 200 employees. When I think of a small business, I think of, the mom and pop shop down the road that, has both the either the mom or the pop working and maybe 2 employees. To me, that's a small business. I guess maybe that needs some defining. I guess maybe 50 employees or less in my eyes, is a small business. And then between 150 and 200, maybe it should be a different category of a small business, maybe a medium-sized business. But one of the big things that happened with it last time is people who didn't need the money were taking the money out and buying things with it. So to continue on, at about 10:30-ish, McConnell and Schumer were heading out, and McConnell says, "I am optimistic that we are going to be able to get a deal." So at that time, a reporter asked, "Are we going to get a deal tonight?" And he said, "Sometime soon, getting closer and closer." So also, Schumer said on his way out, "I think there is a genuine desire to come to agreement by all four parties." And the four parties are obviously Pelosi, McConnell, himself, and McCarthy. So all this makes sense because they've got to get an agreement quickly, because not only do they have to agree, they have to put it on paper as a bill, which it's probably going to be about 600 pages long. So once they get that written, it has to be voted on. So it's got to pass the House, and then it's got to be voted on in the Senate, and then it has to get to the president before Friday evening at midnight so he can sign it. So there is a lot going on right now with that. So it's actually very exciting to see, because we haven't seen this type of desire with our leaders to actually get something done. But I guess somebody said something to someone, because working that late into the night, they worked till about 10:30 last night. They met with each other for almost about 3 hours in between, breaks, but they actually were working longer than that because they were separated into different offices to discuss things. So I'm excited. Hopefully I don't get let down again like we all have been getting let down. I think it's about time that they do something. If anything, at least get the $748 billion plan passed, so that we can get through the holidays, and then in January, see if Joe Biden will add some stimulus checks to that. But if they can get it all done at once at the same time, wouldn't that be awesome? Anyways, I really, really do appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe to the channel. I see that about half the people watching are not subscribed. So if you've watched one or two videos, go ahead and subscribe. I will try and keep you updated as much as possible. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. If I need to clarify something, I will definitely do so. Anyways, I'm Chris. This has been your morning edition of Wednesday, December 16th Daily News Briefing. I have a sneaky suspicion you'll see me again later today, because I think there'll be more things happening. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.